you so much for having this forum. As a Sudanese national, I believe our conversation is not being had often enough or even given a light of day in terms of media attention and given just an opportunity to discuss it. So thank you, Sahad, and everyone involved for organizing this. I really appreciate it. My name is Sarah. I'm an Sudanese national, born and raised in Qatar, currently at the Harvard Graduate School of Education, pursuing my master's in education and entrepreneurship. My question is regarding accountability. So, Yasser, you've very nicely alluded to the fact that this war is bigger than just internal conflict. Nathaniel, you've discussed in great detail the depth of what is happening on the ground in Sudan, but I feel like there's not enough conversation happening about the external factors and the external players at play that are kind of allowing this to proceed, the international community's complacency, the external actors that are very much involved but are not being part of the discussion, and instead we have a rhetoric or a narrative of this is just another African genocide, Africans like to kill each other. So this has kind of contributed to the international complacency regarding what's happening in Sudan. So how much do you feel a reframing of this narrative will help us reach a peace solution, and why are we not doing that as a community? Thank you very much.
Oh,
Do you want to take that one?
Yeah. Sarah, you nailed it. I hate when people talk about Sudan and say forgotten conflict. Mm-hmm. No, it is a intentionally, willfully ignored one. Yes. Let me put it in one sentence. The people who are dying right now in places like North Darfur and elsewhere in Sudan are dying because the United States, Europe, and other allies have made a choice that our diplomatic, economic, and security relations with the United Arab Emirates matters more than their lives. And then, to quote Frederick Douglass, as I do all the time, about his famous quote on the abolition of American slavery, power concedes nothing without demand. There's been no demand here from the American people. 20 years ago, we were chanting in the streets and had lawn signs that said, "Save Darfur," and people were doing lectures from the pulpit, sermons from the pulpit on Sunday. There's none of that now. And that was even before Gaza. And so the point is that we have no political demand, combined with the fact that we have made a decision. And I know I've been in the rooms. We've briefed Security Council 7 times now. I've been to London with the British government, France. I've been doing the shuttle diplomacy. Solving this war with accountability for the role of outside actors, and not only UAE, but primarily UAE on Rapid Support Forces side, Iran, Egypt, Turkey, Russia play on both sides, which is amazing to watch them do it. The point is that this is not a forgotten war, it's an ignored war, and it's a war where we have decided that the people of Sudan, their lives matter less than the larger diplomatic and economic interests at play. That's just the fact of it. And until you all, I haven't been seeing many students out in the street here, start saying something about it, it's not going to change.
Can I just chime in on that? Just as an example, I concur 100%. About 2 weeks ago, our newly elected Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney was in the UAE. Those who follow Sudan, how can I say, social media, there was a lot of pressure for him to at least say something. As far as we know, he did not. Lamentably, there was almost no pushback in Canada. Instead, he was feted because he brought back a $70 billion investment announcement. And I think probably most of the countries of the European Union are in that position. As Nathaniel says, it's not that Sudan is forgotten, it has been relegated. It's been pushed on one side for greater national interest. I have to say, there's also been a factor, for example, in Canada. Our huge preoccupation right now is the relationship with the United States. We feel we have to diversify, we have to get away from that at any cost, and that's the discourse in Canada is the US is no longer a trusted partner. We have to diversify. The UAE is not great, but we have to diversify. We will deal with whoever we have to. It's lamentable, but that's the reality.